What do you think is the best decade in rap music?
I would probably say 2010. I think coming through the 2010s as, a young listener was awesome because you got projects like Nothing Was the Same, The Tip of a Butterfly, Yeezus, just so many different, albums
I
that
feel like
defined
it's
that
easy
genre,
to say the 2010s because that's kind of the area that we were brought up in, but at the same time, the 90s had classic fucking albums,
yeah, the 90s
bro.
were super stacked. And I don't know, do you revisit the 90s more or do you revisit the 2010s?
There's a lot of classics from the 90s that I revisit, like Doggy Style, when I'm looking at Ready to Die, 36 Chambers. Like, a lot of the best albums of all time, I feel like, lie within the 90s. But the 2010s is probably the decade that I do revisit the most in terms of catalog. But I think it's maybe a generational thing where we grew up with that music more than the 90s. So maybe that's why we're more into it. But do you think the 90s is superior?